Brad here at Wild Boys Brewery. Hope you guys and gals having a good week. What I got going on this week is I'm going to show some Brewday footage of a collaboration Brewday between me and Derek Flippin. He calls his brewery Silver Fiddle Brewing. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to the Brewday footage of me and Derek, and hope you guys enjoy that. And shout out to Derek and Stephanie. Thanks for having me over, and had a great time, and we'll have to do it again in the near future. It's Brad here at Wild Boys Brewery, Pooka NC channel. I got a collab brew day going on with one of my buddies, Derek. Met him down at the Homebrew store. He's had been watching some of my videos for a while, and I actually ran into him down there, I guess probably what, about a year ago? Something like that, 6 to 8 months ago.
Yeah, it's been about that long.
And we've been talking back and forth on Facebook a little bit, and I suggested we do a collaboration brew day, and he said that sounded like a good idea, so we're doing a, what else? A double IPA. We're both hop heads. Big surprise there for me.
Massive tons of hops.
Yeah, we got a shitload of hops. It's about a pounder like usual. Look at that
board behind him there.
And I'll spin this around here, and you guys can check out the, there it is. So, doing a 75-minute boil, and then the hop schedule is 2 ounces of Columbus for first wort. We're going to do 1 ounce Cascade at 60. And then we're not going to do anything in the middle, and then down at the 15-minute mark we're going to do 1 ounce each of Amarillo, Centennial, Citra, and Simcoe, and then do some yeast nutrient, Whirlflock, do a pound of sugar, and then we're going to do a big hop stand at the end and steep it for 30 minutes. And we're using the Conan yeast on this one.
Pitch Conan and watch it murder those sugars.
Oh yeah, that's what he says there at the bottom. Death to the sugars. Okay, we just doughed in, and we're using the Glen Eagles Maris Otter, some little flaked oats, some Caristan, and Carapils. And this is a collaboration brew day between me, Brad, Pooka NC, and this is Derek.
What's up, Internet?
And the name of his brewery is Silver Fiddle Brewing. He's a big Neil Young fan and took it from there.
Yeah.
And this is the setup we're using. He's propane out in the garage. Got 3-tier. Got the mash tun here, and then the boil kettle, tank. And then we will come back after we get done mashing in. We'll mash out, and then we'll start collecting our first run-ins. We'll be back then. See you. Okay, we've boiled off and collected all our wort, and we're doing first wort hopping now with Columbus, and we're bringing it up to a boil. And I'll bring it back when we start ready to do some more drops. Okay, we're down to the last little less than 15 minutes. The wort chiller's in, and we did a massive hop drop. And then we're going to do another one at flame out. And just wanted to show you a little bit of what you guys are missing out on. Got some bourbon barrel aged sexual chocolate in the glass. And then Derek sending me home with a Bourbon County. Don't you wish you were here? Okay, we're getting ready to do the hop stand. We're going to do 1 ounce of Amarillo, Cascade, Centennial, Citra, and Simcoe. And we're going to steep it for 30 minutes. And that's the timer going off. And here it is. Flame out. Voila. And we're going to put the lid on this thing and let it sit for 30 minutes. Then we'll throw the chiller on it and we'll do our readings. And Derek's been doing refractometer readings throughout the bowl, so it looks like we're pretty well going to hit our numbers. I don't know if we're kind of losing our light here, but you can see the last little bit of the cold break got left behind here. And we wind up with a little less than 6 gallons, about 5.5, and we're getting ready to oxygenate the wort here. And we come real close to hitting our numbers. We're pretty happy with the way it turned out. What was it, 1082? That's what we got?
Yeah, 1082.
1082. So that Conan yeast will probably wind up dropping the final gravity down below where it says it will. It's pretty much done that with me about every time. It's projected for like 1019. It's probably going to be 1015 to 1016 if I had to guess. So we're still going to wind up hitting our numbers with about a high 8, low 9% beer. And everything turned out real good, and we're happy with our brew day. And I'll see how this thing turns out in a couple weeks, and I will go back and revisit it. And enjoyed hanging out with Derek and Stephanie. And we'll wrap it up. I'll see you guys next week.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday.
Hey, you gonna get in here? Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. Also got my El Dorado IPA. I was going to talk about that just a little bit. It's drinking real nice. It finished up and I kegged it on the 19th. Started drinking on it that following Friday. So I've been drinking on it for a little over a week and it's still drinking real nice. It is a combination of different hops. A lot of it's El Dorados, is why I call it El Dorado IPA. The base malt recipe on it is Pearl Fawcett, 6-gallon batch, and it's got 12 pounds of Pearl Fawcett, 1 pound of Caristan, which is a 30 Lovibond Crystal Caramel Malt, British. It's got a pound of flaked oats, half a pound of honey malt, and half a pound of carapils. The honey malt was something I kind of just threw in there because I had it left over from another batch and I needed to use it. And I figured it would kind of play pretty well with these hops. And I added some oats to it just to give it some more mouthfeel and a little bit more body. It's got good carbonation, nice color. The SRM on it is a 8. And it's just basically your typical orange IPA color. It's got a nice white head. You can see the lacing on the glass where it basically filled the glass up and then it dropped down. It leaves a nice little coating on top, about not quite half a finger. And then for the hops on it, it's 1 ounce of the Yakima Valley Experimental Pine Fruit hop for first war hopping. And then I did 1 ounce of German Magnum, which I really like that hop. You can check that out. Either one of them, American or German, both are really good. Then I dropped down to 20 minutes before I did anything else. And it's got 1 ounce of Citra, 1 ounce of Amarillo, a ½ ounce of El Dorado, and then it's got 3½ ounces of El Dorado at 1 minute, and 2 ounces of Amarillo, and that's basically the hop stand. I put it on a calculator as 1 minute, but it's got a 3½ ounce El Dorado and 2 ounce Amarillo hop stand for 20 minutes. And then I dry hopped it with 2. And then the yeast is Conan. Keeping that strain going, I'm really digging on the apricot peach notes that it throws off. Nice yeast strain. If you haven't checked that out, get you a pack of it from Omega Yeast Labs or Yeast Bay or somewhere like that. Or if you're lucky enough to be able to cultivate it up from a can of Hetty, then go for it. This beer is about 6.5%, over 100 IBUs. Let's get into it and we'll check it out. A lot of fruit, a little bit of lemon. Get a lot of orange, citrus notes, candied melon. That's coming from the El Dorado, I believe. The orange and the citrus and the tropical fruits, and I think even to some extent the lemon is coming from the Citra and the Amarillo. That's pretty much the nose. Get a little bit of that sweetness from the honey malt too. A little touch of honey coming through on it. And that's pretty much it on the aroma, so let's get into it. Yum. Follows the nose. It's kind of a high end of thin mouthfeel, low end of medium. It's got a real nice texture to it, real nice smoothness. The body's wonderful on it. I'm pretty sure that's coming from the oats addition, helping it out, as well as the carapils and the honey malt, because they're both adjunct malts and they're kind of help with your body and your mouthfeel a little bit. So comes off real smooth at first. Get the nice hop flavors, the candied melon, the orange, the citrus. It's real smooth. Then the bitterness starts coming on right in the middle of the mouthfeel, and then on the end of it, it finishes off fairly dry. It finished out at 10-14, so it's not super dry, but it does finish off kind of dry. Just a very sessionable, for such a high IBU beer, it's a very sessionable beer, at least it is to me. That's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap it up on this beer. I'm digging on it. Everybody's tried it so far has liked it really good, and it's nice to have an IPA back in the keg.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday.
Hey, you gonna get in here? Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers.